Ever wanted to catch a flight to Arctic Nunavut in northeastern Canada? How about to a beautiful community situated at 71 degrees on the tip of Baffin Island? Well, then we've got you covered today. We're flying with Canadian North on the ATR 42-500, about 2 hours up from Iqaluit, with a brief stop before heading back down. The scenery is amazing, the flying is excellent, and we've got some great company up here in the flight deck too. Join us. Are you all ready for some ATR flying around Nunavut in Canada? Let's do it. We're heading up to Pond Inlet today and then back down to Iqaluit.
Iqaluit radio, Arctic 896.
Arctic 896, Iqaluit radio.
Yep, we're taxiing from the terminal Alpha Delta for runway 34, Arctic 896.
Roger, runway 34, wind 180 at 6, altimeter 2964, standby validation.
2964, and we'll stand by validation, Arctic 896.
Arctic 896, clearance is valid, runway 34, LRX 3 departure. Cancelled if not airborne before 1314.
3 minutes. All right, clearance valid, LRX 3 departure, canceled if not airborne by 1314, Arctic 896.
Roger, it's before 1314, time now 1311.5, contact Montreal Center 13455 airborne.
All right, we'll contact Center airborne. We are shortly lining up runway 34 via Delta, Arctic 896. Good day, sir.
Good day.
And ADU and FD bars set.
Center.
Taxi checklist completed.
You good to go?
Good to go.
Takeoff.
Real?
Good to go.
Perfect. And Iqaluit radio, Arctic 896 on the roll, runway 34.
Arctic 896, Roger.
ARB.
Set power.
Power set. 70 knots.
I have control.
You have control. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Maintain 6,000.
Acceleration altitude.
Baffin 203, left control airspace, land service terminated, short under frequency, have a good day.
On frequency, Baffin 203, we'll see you. Good day, Arctic 896, LRX 3 departure, passing 2,300 feet. Right, 20,000 feet, our flight level 200.
Arctic 896, Montreal Center, good day, vectors for the climb, turn right heading 040, and still clear to stop 5,000 feet.
All right, 5,000 feet, right turn 040, Arctic 896.
Sure.
Heading high bank 160, with me, autopilot's on.
Check.
What's up? Nuit 55, je reviens.
After takeoff checklist, taxi takeoff lights off, blades on, our management climb.
Black 793, descend to 5,000.
Torque
Turned off the seatbelt sign. It is recommended while
Iqaluit ops, S896 with departure numbers.
as we could experience unexpected.
Go ahead, sir.
All right, it's out time 1300, off at 1313.
Electronic cigarettes.
ETA to Pond Inlet 1539, departure fuel 7.2. We have 1686 liters per uplift. 26 plus 1 passengers. Alternate is Iqaluit, and we do require fuel in Pond Inlet, 896.
Copy that, have a safe flight.
Well, thank you very much. We'll talk to you later.
6 de Montréal, bonjour, altimetre de Roberval 2965.
Well, like you're set manually, pitch and
Like, we don't touch these again. Like, it's just going to level off, and then we'll go to cruise. It sorts itself out.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's the power management knob. That's what controls different phases of flight power settings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you have takeoff thrust, max continuous torque for the thrust, climb thrust, and cruise thrust. Very nice. Yeah.
So you got lucky.
And it's 30 knots, 35 knots quicker actually, faster. 30 knots faster than the 300. This is the system that prevents us. Well, gives us the option not to stop the engine, but just stop rotating it, so it can supply heat to the cockpit, the cabin, electrical supply as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is amazing, because you're not -40 outside, you get a crisp cockpit at 15, 20 degrees basically.
Wow, I never would have thought of that aspect, but it makes perfect
the
sense.
ATR is definitely, I would say, as per turboprop, probably the best turboprop for the Arctic.
Yeah. How come the Dash 8 is so popular then in the Arctic?
Well, the thing
I do
is,
like the Dash products for sure.
Yeah, the Dash are great. The only thing is that the Dash, in order to maximize the payload, they have to remove the APU in the back, which is the auxiliary power unit,
Yeah.
which supplies electricals on the ground when both engines are stopped, basically the heat electrical supply.
Right.
I also think they're expensive.
And they're expensive, and operators remove them to maximize the payload, which the ATR, and it's a Canadian plane too, so I think Canadian operators definitely went for the Dash 8
Yeah.
due to the fact it was made in Canada. But as per Arctic operations, that little prop rig there maximizes payload and keeps, the cockpit and the cabin comfortable.
Okay.
At, -40, -45, whatever.
Generally, when I am flying with pilots who are working in these kind of environments, they really love the flying. They love the.
That's what it's all about too, like there's, being a pilot is all about the routine, but it's kind of nice to fly in beautiful sceneries as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Well, on the first fuel checks, we are on time and 600 pounds up. So that's consistent with extra fuel. Extra fuel, yep. My favorite moment of the day arrives soon, actually.
What's that?
You'll see.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's just something we take for granted, basically, but something I know about, airlines. I've worked a lot in smaller aviation companies, and working for a scheduled airline with, this level of quality actually really makes a difference. I don't take anything for granted here.
Nice.
And it's,
So you don't really have to do much manually to capture altitude.
Nothing at all.
Thanks.
That's a difference from the older Dash 8.
As soon as you tip it towards whatever altitude is in the window,
Yeah.
when you start going towards it, it will capture it.
All right. And then you just switched it to cruise
Yep.
power.
Yep.
Cruise power on the ATR 72, which is very interesting, actually raises. I think we have 4 or 5 extra percent in torque on the cruise power settings compared to the other ATR products that actually reduce the torque a bit in cruise.
Huh.
So this gives us the extra.
Because they wanted a 300 knot airplane, I believe.
Exactly. And they have it now, which is nice. We're lucky to fly it. Yep. Great airplane for the north. Well, it's 26.7. Good day. Arctic 896 ATR. Presently, flight level 220. 65 miles north of Iqaluit. Pond Inlet is next at 1539, Arctic 896. We've crossed the line, geographic line, where
Where's your heading there?
my heading standby is 343. We've crossed the geographic line where we can't rely on magnetic compasses anymore, so we have to rely on true heading.
Wow, right.
So that's we're at that point there. Yeah.
Couple to be LNAV.
Check.
Our true message is 80 heading south.
And check. Not a lot of pilots get to do that, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
It's the
Nice
coffee
service.
time.
Right. So Charles, I'm gonna give you coffee with 1 cream, 1 sugar, right?
I would love that. And a parfait, if you don't mind,
Of
please.
course, and I don't mind. And Captain?
I'm all good. I don't need anything.
Bless
And
you, Gabriel.
Gabriel,
I'll take a parfait too and a black coffee, please.
black coffee. Coming up.
Thank you so much,
You're
Joy.
welcome.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier.
It took a while
Yeah,
for her to call.
It's a full bus, right? I didn't want to sell it, you know.
Well, you said you were looking forward to something and I didn't hear anything. I'm like,
I know. I was waiting for it.
what's it gonna be?
It was all the surprise.
I was gonna guess coffee, but I didn't know about the parfait part. That's
Oh,
cool.
this is you know, this is what we cannot take for granted, and up here in the north specifically, you know.
Yeah.
On the lots of glaciers, so you definitely have very nice spots there to film. If I understand correctly, yes, so that cloud layer should stop there. We should have beautiful view. See right there, those are ice fields and glaciers, basically just covering mountains, pretty big mountains. I would say 6,000 feet mountains.
Wow.
It's just nice flying over it. It's just beautiful. Never get used to it. You know? Yeah, so basically aviation weather comes out every hour, on the hour. So we got another 12 minutes to wait for the latest weather out of Pond Inlet to decide which runway we're going to use.
Right.
So that's the most exciting part of the next 15 minutes.
Arctic 896 Quebec Radio, Roger. 100 left 1500 Zulu. Wind 290 at 3. Variable between 260 and 330. Visibility 40. 2,300 few. 4,600 few. 9,600 scattered. Temperature 4, 2.2.
Oh my God.
Altimeter 2964.
2964, Arctic 896, have a good day, sir. Oh,
Thank you. Black white.
oh my God. Beautiful day in Pond Inlet.
Okay, we'll plan the northbound. We'll get the Alts in there.
Yep, so which runway would you like?
Northbound. 02.
Oh, northbound, 02, you got it. I'm signaling.
You got your plate up?
I do right there.
Kippen, Vilni, RNAV 2, on approach course 022 true, Vilni at Butts. Runway 2, enter approach, and then it's the missed approach course 022, 600 feet, left turn directly for the hold, no link back to Pond Inlet.
Good morning. We should be on the ground in just a bit under 30 minutes. We have one walk-off wheelchair, and we do require fuel.
96 is about 30 minutes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. From the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. Welcome on this flight 896 service to Pond Inlet. We have just taken the lightest weather into Pond Inlet. We'll start descending in a few minutes there. It's a beautiful, beautiful warm day in Pond Inlet. 4 degrees, sky clear. We'll be landing northbound, runway 02, and we should be on the ground in 20 minutes. So we thank you for flying for Canadian North, and we see you on the ground. So from Baffin Island, you often see twin otters actually coming out of the valleys and refueling in Pond Inlet.
Wow.
Going back in there. So, yeah, nice little operation. Arctic 896.
2963, they already got gas?
They did, yeah. They're parking, leaving us the spot on the ramp there for the pumps.
Yeah, just let them know we're parking for the pumps.
Yep. Yeah,
One flight and 2E closing I-5 right there.
that's much appreciated, sir. Take 896. Clear right.
Hi, is it safe to deplay the passengers?
Not right. Well, Captain, what do you say?
I want to talk to Pano.
Yeah.
Affirmative, will be taking us in about 2 to 5 minutes for Pano 711.
Okay, if you don't mind, just hanging tight. We're going to deplane our passengers, and then once they're done, you can go. Thank you very much. Hey, Joy, so the other plane's going to move. Hang tight for 2 minutes. They're going to go farther away.
All right.
And then we get to deplane, so we'll call you when they're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joy.
All right.
So
I can see them.
they're going now.
All right.
So as soon as they're out of the way, you are good to deplane.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Canadian North flies a mix of ATRs and 737s with a focus on Nunavut and the north, but with a route map spanning quite a bit of the rest of Canada too. They serve Ottawa and Montreal, Edmonton and Yellowknife, plus smaller communities in the Northwest Territories and many more in the far reaches of Nunavut. Pond Inlet is one of the more northerly destinations, but you can go even higher up too. And by the way, a bit of trivia for you. This hamlet was named after John Pond, an English astronomer, but to the Inuit it's known as Mitimatalik. Forgive my pronunciation.
Alright, what a cool spot. Way up here, 71 degrees north, Pond Inlet. Probably hard to hear me. This ATR now is going to go back to Iqaluit, a couple hours back down south, and I'm going to be on it again. No time to linger in Pond Inlet today, but I definitely got to come back here with more time and get out into the wilderness here. It looks just amazing, and a lot of people come here to see things like polar bears, narwhals. They're all up here. Amazing. Arctic Canada. My first time this high up in Canada, and one of the highest north I've ever been in terms of latitude. Met some of the very friendly guys over here in Pond Inlet Airport. Say hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. Hello.
Nice little station you have here.
Cleared to Iqaluit via direct 210 controlled 2176.
Airtime, 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Flight time?
2 hours and 25.
On time?
1831.
Okay, ready open 0711,
Flight, sorry, in time?
In time is
1831
1837.
310, gusting 60.
And arrival fuel 2.8.
I hope you enjoyed this little trip. As always, we love to hear what you thought down in the comments. And stay tuned for more from this epic Northern Canada trip, with more Canadian North and others coming soon. Thanks for coming along. In Iqaluit for Flight Radar 24, I'm Gabe Leigh.